Happy Friday, people. I managed to find a couple of beers in the fridge, which a friend of mine had left from the Bivol Beterbiev fight the other day. So that was a cheeky little unexpected bonus. So had a great day, come back, tacos made. So had my fill and just kind of, defragging the hard drive, having a little bit of a think about what's happened during the day. There we go, thirsty work. And yeah, I don't quite know what to think about this one. So had a gentleman who had come in from out of town, profound hearing loss, pretty much across the board. Okay, his lows are a little bit better, but unaided, can't hear a thing. With his hearing aids, pretty limited. So he'd spoken to a colleague of mine. He's got a pair of Oticon More ones. He's got the 105 dB custom tips, and basically couldn't get hold of his local audiology company to replace his batteries for him. So asked if we would be willing to help. So my colleague spoke to Oticon and they sent some out under his warranty. So it basically just arranged a 15-minute sort of sit down where we could pop the old batteries out, put the new ones in, enter the serial numbers and reset the the memory on the battery, so he's sort of good to go. And once we'd done that, we noticed there was a firmware update, so did that for him as well. And finally, he'd handed me an audiogram, and I had a look and said, wow, so you've literally got no hearing after 1500 hertz. So being inquisitive as I am, I had a quick look at the settings, and I was, shocked, surprised, annoyed that there are definitely times and places to use frequency compression. This is where we make inaudible sounds audible by moving them from an area where the person's got a dead region or no hearing and move that down to an area where they have better hearing. So I literally ticked the two boxes for the left and the right ear, and the gentleman's immediate response was he was hearing me far more clearly. So significantly better. So I don't know whether to think that the person who fitted the hearing aids was lazy, because in the time it took to say they were lazy, they could have ticked those two boxes, or if they were incompetent. And if they're incompetent, why are they fitting hearing aids? Such an obvious thing. You look at the fitting range, and do you fit in that grey area? So say it covers from, let's say 0 down to 100. Let's give that as a fitting range. Well, clearly this guy was nowhere near that fitting range. However, the person who's fitted him has made no attempt to move the frequencies over or have a hearing aid that fitted a bigger range. Wouldn't have made any difference. There was no response at all. Wasn't even responding at 120 dB. So yeah, so just found that very disappointing. So what I will say is, you look a lot on these forums on the internet and people saying, oh, well, I'm going to go buy my hearing aids from, and they're talking about a company. I would say go deeper. Who are you buying your hearing aids from? Who is fitting them? Go on to Doctify, go on to Google, speak to friends. Who do you know who has been fitted by this person? Do they know what they're doing? How long have they been doing it? What level of expertise do they have with this particular brand? So that's the sort of detail you need to go into, because this relationship you have with your audiologist sometimes lasts longer than a marriage, and communication in any relationship is key. And you need to feel confident that they're getting the best out of this equipment that you've probably spent your hard-earned money on. So yeah, I mean, obviously we were happy that that quick 15-minute session together yielded so much fruit, but just disappointed that something so basic, so fundamental had been missed. So I'm just wondering what you guys think. Was it L, lazy, or I, incompetent? And you can just do an L or I if you're feeling lazy. And we all have lazy days, but I mean, that just takes the biscuit. So what do you think? Oh, okay, well that was it. Mini rant over. Have a fantastic rest of your evening.